So I had made a video before I got him game, you know. I was just thinking like, how the coaches poll got Georgia third, they got third, Alabama first, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3. But I'm like, the AP poll would have Georgia first, second. Because I don't think the AP poll really have Georgia third. I just don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. And maybe they just be lazy or something and just slap it on there and say Georgia third, get it over with. But I think it come out the 15th. I think the coaches poll, the AP poll come out August 15th, which is on the money. So I don't know. Maybe I got it wrong. Either way, Georgia will be first or second. And I'm just go on a limb and say they're gonna be first. Because it's like when the AP poll really look at it, they like, man, Georgia's still loaded with talent. They got the same QB, even though he's not Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. But he's a competitor, he get the job done. Got good running back. Still got Jalen Carter there. Probably the second best defensive player in college football behind Will Anderson. We got Kelly Ringo, who might be, a top 5 pick at cornerback, Nolan Smith, maybe a top 15, top 10 pick, So it's like, man, why not just leave them at first and let them fold on their own? And that's what I think they're going to do. Because here's how it's going to go. It's going to be Georgia first. I'm saying, maybe they probably going to be second, though. But I'm just saying, in a scenario, how it's going to be. Georgia first. They're going to leave them there. It's going to be a big old chaos. Country like, oh, why Georgia first? I see it now. Like, why Georgia first? They lost everybody. They lost everyone. Georgia going to lose 3 games this year. They going to lose, 4 games. They lazy. And I can see Zach Smith of his Men in Sports saying crazy junk. If Georgia be first in the AP poll, I can already hear him now. Like, Georgia has done nothing. They lost everyone. They lost Stetson Bennett. They got Stetson Bennett. I can hear Zach Smith right now. I can hear other Ohio State fans. The Press Ginger, all them dudes that y'all just love on. I ain't hating them dudes getting their grind on, you feel me? It what it is. And I guess y'all don't like realness, you feel me? Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. Either way, y'all don't like realness, but I just be real, man. Either way, I think Georgia first, because Bama second, Ohio State third. And the reason why is because, like I said, Bama gonna be second, And like I say, if Georgia lose, if Georgia lose to Oregon, they gonna go up, and Georgia gonna drop down by 7 spots. Either way, if Georgia lose to Oregon, Georgia gonna drop down about 6. Either way, they gonna drop them down by 6 to 7. They're gonna have to work their way up. So, and then it what it is. And then they win it all. They win this championship. They'll go on, and lose, win all the rest of the game. They're gonna be back in the top 4, top 3, top 2, whatever. But either way, Georgia's gonna be first, Alabama second, Ohio State third. And the thing about that is Alabama played like Utah State the first game. I think, they played Utah State the first game. Something like that. So what it's gonna be is Ohio State gonna be 3. If Ohio State, beat Notre Dame, they gonna jump to 2. So it's like, either way, Ohio State gonna be second. Either way you look at it. Like I said, they got Ohio State second in AP poll already. The coaches poll and everywhere else got second. So if Ohio State beats Notre Dame, then they're gonna be second either way. You feel me? See where I'm going with this? Like, Bama gonna drop down to 3. And Bama gonna stay at 3 until Ohio State loses a game. And it's gonna be Ohio State 2, Alabama 3. And then how it's gonna be, let's say Alabama don't lose the game, and you know, Georgia don't lose a game. Then, if both of them teams undefeated in the SEC championship, you feel me? Both of them teams undefeated in the SEC championship, and Georgia loses, Alabama gonna jump to 1. Ohio State gonna stay 2 if they undefeated, and Georgia gonna be 3, and whoever gonna be 4. That's how it gonna be. I'm telling y'all, that's how it gonna be. Y'all gonna call me crazy. I'm telling you, Georgia gonna be first in the AP poll. I'm pretty sure, cause they ain't got no reason to drop them. And Alabama and Ohio State just don't look all better than Georgia. I mean, they don't. And I'm gonna get to Ohio State in a minute. But if you think, oh, Ohio State way better than Georgia, you're gonna see why. I'm gonna speak to some facts, but you ain't gonna really listen. Like always. Either way, like I say, Georgia gonna be first, Alabama second, Ohio State third. Ohio State beat Notre Dame. They gonna jump to second. Alabama gonna drop to third, and it's gonna stay there. You know, it's gonna stay there until Alabama beat, you know, Texas A&M and all that. You know, and you know, it's gonna stay there. Probably gonna be there the rest of the year. Like I said, unless Ohio State fold. And then if Ohio State fold, then they gonna drop. If Alabama fold, they gonna drop. If Georgia fold, they gonna drop. So it's gonna be Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, then Notre Dame game, Georgia, Ohio State, Bama. And it's gonna be like that for the rest of the year probably. Unless Alabama keep on playing multiple teams ranked. Unless Alabama look convincingly against the ranked teams, like, you know, they look good convincingly against Tennessee and Ole Miss and Texas A&M and Arkansas. You know, they just beat them by 30 points. And Ohio State is winning by you know, 3 points against, 7 points against Iowa, you know, 6 points against Wisconsin, you know, 3 points against Penn. You know what I'm saying? You know, unless Ohio State just look struggling against teams versus Alabama just dominating and blowing teams by 24 points, and you know, then Ohio State gonna drop on Alabama. It's gonna be Georgia first, Alabama second. That's how it's gonna be until Georgia lose the game. So, and y'all like, I know a lot of people like calling me crazy about why is Ohio State this, Ohio State that. Ohio State is way better than Georgia. Georgia lost everyone. I'm like, you know, I really did then, you know. So it's like, and that's why I thought I really made this video, because that's how I feel like the AP poll gonna be. Georgia first, you know, Alabama second, Ohio State third. Ohio State jump Bama after Notre Dame game. It is what it is, you know. It ain't gonna matter. Cause like I say, if Alabama lose the SEC championship game, I mean, they probably, like I say, just gonna, it is what it is. You feel me? Georgia lose, they gonna draw Georgia lose, which they mostly got Georgia losing in the SEC championship of Bama. Georgia's gonna play Ohio State, and then it's like, if Ohio State really that good, and most likely Alabama gonna win the first game, the semifinals, you know. And it's gonna be if Ohio State really that good, you know, and beat Georgia, Alabama gonna beat the fourth team most likely. Then it's gonna be Ohio State and Alabama national championship, and that's what y'all get, and that's what y'all want. That's what all the fans want. That's what all the fans want to see, you know, besides Georgia fans, you know. But either way, so y'all talking about Georgia this, Georgia that, you know. Georgia offense with multiple wide receivers out, you know. Like I said, Aaron Smith, fast dude in college football. He played like 3 games last year, you know. 3 games healthy. I mean, he played in the Clemson game, but dude wasn't healthy. Dude was still, you know, recovering, you know. Anyway, he played like 3 games healthy, you know. I think let's say 3 games. I'm gonna say 3 games. And, you know, George Pickens, he played like, I think 65 snaps. If that, he played under 70 snaps last season. You know, we didn't have him. Then you got Kiara Jackson. He returning punts for most of the year. You know, Jermaine Burton, he banged up. He gone now though. Either way, no Eric Gilbert, who we all thought was gonna, you know, come and step in after George Pickens went down, but instead it was Brock Bowers, you know. But Eric Gilbert back. So either way, all them players, you know, all the circumstances Georgia had to face with their offense, you know, players dropping like flies. Georgia offense ranked 18th. They defense ranked first. So do the math. If you divide that together, Georgia ranked ninth. I mean, Georgia's offense to defense ratio ranked ninth. Ranked ninth. Ohio State, their defense ranked 48th. 48th. And their offense ranked first. Their offense to defense ratio was 24th. 24th compared to Georgia 9. Georgia was 9th compared to Ohio State 24. I know you saying, oh, Georgia lost all their players and all that. Yes, okay. Get it. If Georgia stays the same, let's say Georgia's offense stays 18th. And let's say their defense dropped 10. Let's say their defense dropped 10. You know. And Ohio State, let's say they offense stayed first. And their defense, let's say they get a top 25 defense. They get a top 25 defense. And their offense stay first. You know. Georgia was still Georgia get the 10th ranked defense. So their defense will take a step back and they go 10th. And their offense stays the same at 18th. Which I doubt. That's still a 14 offense to defense ratio to Ohio State 13. Think about it now. If Georgia stays the same, let's say Georgia takes a step back. Let's say if Georgia takes a step back and Ohio State takes a step forward and get a top 25 defense and still have the same offense, the first number one offense, they still will be 1 point lower than Georgia on the offensive defense ratio. But the thing is, Georgia is closer to having a top 10 offense and defense than Ohio State is. I mean, Bama, I mean, they have a top 10 offense, top 10 defense. So they don't count, you know. But compared to Ohio State, Georgia has I don't want to say way, because I mean, we don't know what to spit. But Georgia has a greater chance to have a top 10 offense, top 10 defense than Ohio State do. I mean, Ohio State was 48th ranked defense. I know Jim Knowles said, oh, well, we're going to have a top 5 defense. You know, Ryan Day said top 10. Jim Knowles said top 5. I mean, that's a big ass, you know, especially with the teams they got to play repeatedly, like Wisconsin, Iowa, Northwestern. I think all them teams back to back, they love to run the ball 40 times. You know, you have linebacker injuries or something, with a linebacker with a sprained ankle or something. You know, you're going to get rough. You know, you missing a hard hitting safety. You know, the turf toe or something, or sprain, you know, hurt shoulder or something. You know, you're going to get ugly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all saying, oh, Ohio State a way better team than Georgia and this and that. Like I said, if Georgia takes a step back on defense, let's say stays the same on offense, Ohio State get a top 25 defense and still had a first offense. They still is on a 1 point lower, like 13 and 14 up on the Georgia. Versus Georgia, they still have the 3rd ranked defense. Let's say top 3 ranked defense. Let's say Clemson. Let's say 4th. Clemson, Ohio State. Oh, man, I don't know why I said I'm tripping. Clemson, Alabama, Texas A&M. all have a better defense than Georgia. And let's say Georgia 4th. And let's say Georgia offense at 18. Georgia, it puts Georgia over Ohio State still. And let's say Georgia at 10th. Let's say Georgia have a top 10 offense, which they very well can. I mean, they was 18th, you know, and now they can very well have a top 10 offense. So Georgia have top 10 offense and a 4th ranked defense. 10 is, you know, do the math. 10 plus 4 divided by 2, that's 7 offensive defense ratio compared to Ohio State, you know, 14th. Let's say Ohio State have 25th ranked defense, you know. So, you feel me? Like, that's what AP poll gonna be, I'm pretty sure. I mean, If they don't, then the AP poll just banking on, the media hype, and they just got lazy. And, they're like, oh, Pompey, we just going to do what the AP poll, coaches poll, and just roll with it, But either way, I just had to spit y'all some facts. I'm finna get some games now. George Pickens balling out. Best wide receiver, like I predicted and said multiple times. Jordan Davis and Trayvon Walker, Kobe Dean, George Pickens doing their thing. And the Falcons got none of them. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. I'm trying not to cry right now. But finna go get some games. Go Dogs.